Hey guys, welcome back. It's Biggs, the Mad Aquarist. Now, I don't know if you, I'm not much of a historian. I don't follow a lot of Greek mythology or anything like that, but for any of you out there that do, I'm sure you've heard of a certain person or a certain god known as Poseidon. Poseidon is the god of the sea. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. You'll understand in a moment. He's also the god of earthquakes. Well, this couple that I'm going to be talking about today, they definitely would be considered an earthquake in the way that these guys breed fish. These are a force to be reckoned with. These guys are the dynamic duo. They're an absolute power couple when it comes to fish. Both their lives surrounds everything about fish, and it's absolutely amazing to spend time with them. But Poseidon is also the god of horses. I have no idea what that means, but regardless, today we're going to go to the Temple of Poseidon. The Temple of Poseidon fish room. Now I don't know where you guys think it is, but I know where it is. It's in Northampton, Pennsylvania, and it's the home of Karen Haas and Alan Rawlings. So let's go downstairs. I promised you guys before, but I never got around to doing it. It wasn't a slight on them, but when I was there, I shot an absolute ton of footage. They have so many cool fish. They had fish there I'd never even heard of, let alone ever seen before. And I'm not talking like one. They had like multiple fish I'd never heard of or seen before. It was super, super cool. I got to spend a couple of days with this amazing couple, and I could have slept on the floor in that fish room. The stuff they have was just absolutely super, super cool. So without further ado, let's go downstairs into the Temple of Poseidon.
Alan and Karen, their entire basement of their new home they've moved into is entirely dedicated to their fish. They are both two of the most exceptional breeders I've ever met. Their passions for fish, their diversity in the fish they keep is absolutely second to none. It's incredible. There's tanks absolutely everywhere. They have passions for West African cichlids, unique Central American cichlids, unique Cares fish, different live bearers and such. Every single day in the evening, Alan and Karen, they come down and they do live food right across the board for everybody. Karen's feeding brine shrimp right now to the fry. They have little fry traps on the outside of most of their tanks, and they're there seemingly permanently because they're just absolutely exceptional breeders. I wasn't joking. I saw more fish in this fish room than I had no idea what they were. I could probably nail it down saying, okay, I could tell this cichlid is a West African cichlid or something, but some of them I just couldn't tell. This is one of the Cares species. I'm honestly not certain. I know it's a live bearer. It's a Gadaid. There was so many incredibly rare fish in this fish room. It was just not just seeing one or two tanks of some incredibly rare fish is one thing. When 90% of the fish room is fish you would never ever normally see in the trade, that's an exception. And their entire fish room is an exception. Some beautiful rainbows, some beautiful Central American cichlids. Both Alan and Karen bring diverse interests and passions, and they seemingly find a way to seamlessly put them together in one big fish room. They're active members of many of the local aquarium societies, and they're very, very strong. They're driving always to go and see new clubs. But anywhere in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, they are well known for what they bring to the table. This is a unique crater lake species from West Africa. There's a fry of one of the fish. There's fry. These little over the top or over the side hanging things are everywhere. I believe this is a little tiny dwarf swordtail. Here's a stunning group of Criboheros Robert Sonai. And the little fry containers, they hang on tanks all over the place. They have as many fry as they do tanks. They're just absolutely everywhere. One of their absolute showpiece tanks right at the base of the stairs is this giant 180-gallon tank that is filled with one of the rarest cichlids. These are Tylochromis lateralis from Malabo Pool. It's a Congo River species. This is a wonderful, beautiful pair of Cryptoheros chetimulensis, and I was beyond honored to be able to be gifted some fry to take home of this wonderful, unique convict species. Karen has been known in the trade as the convict queen, and she breeds every type of convict, all the different species, and they're some of her most favorite fish. She actually sent me home with a shirt that said "Convicts Matter," and I wear it proudly. I think this is an absolute breathtaking species, either inbreeding dress like you see, or the pair to the left that's not. I spent long time in front of this tank. These were absolutely outstanding, breathtaking swordtails. Yes, domestic swordtails, but these were absolutely stunning. The double fin males there. Now, when the males get the long fins, they're unable to breed, so you do need to have males with short fins to breed, I believe. But these guys were absolutely stunning. To give you an idea how long ago this was, this tank is no longer even in this place at the bottom of the stairs. It's been replaced by a nice big rack of tanks. But Alan tells me they still have a large colony of these now in about a 40 breeder. They are absolutely breathtaking, and I hope they'll have them for years to come. Now these guys were just super, super cool. They had a big tank full of Ameca splendens in there. You can see the live bears behind them. But the adults are Herichthes tepahua. It's a wonderful, wonderful species. Closely related to the Texas cichlids, but just absolutely stunning coloration. They maintain a very, very somewhat old colony of Hypancistris zebra. They've not been very productive for her, but she has some outstanding specimens. We took them out and sexed them. She still has boys and girls, but they haven't been very productive. This is a wonderful Uruguayan species of Gymnogeophagus terra purpura. Very, very unique and very, very prolific species. This is truly a labor of love for this amazing couple. This amazing working fish room. And yes, working fish room. This is not intended to be a gorgeous, beautiful showpiece. These fish are the showpiece. And every single species in their care is given the absolute best conditions. They have a myriad of tank sizes and shapes to offer everything. They culture all sorts of live foods. They're diligent in checking their fish every single day. They use one large central air system to drive the whole thing, and they have backups in place. So to maintain a fish room of this size takes a team, and Alan and Karen are definitely a team. It seems around every single corner you turn within this basement, you find a new little treasure trove. They have this isolated little closet that is much cooler than the rest of the basement. And in this space is where they keep all their real unique godeids, live bears, care species of critically endangered live bears. They had some extremely unique species. Out in the main room, the Carl Hubsii kidderi is probably one of the most coveted live bears available. It's a fairly nondescript species, as you can see, but it's exceptionally challenging to keep and breed. And it's very, very rare to see them in private collection. Now here's something very unique, would almost never see, a true Lamprologus, Tigra pictoralis. This is a riverine West African. This is not in Lake Tanganyika. Reduced swim bladder, hopping around. Brachio spinicissimus, the outstanding, probably one of the most coveted species, wasn't available in the trade for over 3 decades. It's a leaf spawner, closely related to the Jack Dempsey, but nowhere near as aggressive. I keep mine that I got from Alan and Karen in my planted aquarium, because they usually spawn on plants. Tilapia sparmani from Lake Miriru, which is in Africa. A lot of these unique, weird, different, they're not weird, they're just different. They're unique to us. West African species that have come into the trade. Coptodon species Manthe from the Cross River. These are all different types of tilapines. Now they've been broken up and put into different genera and stuff like that, but they're just as prolific as a lot of the other tilapia species. And Cryptoheros panamensis, another outstanding convict type from the convict queen herself. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this tour. It's a challenge going into such these outstanding fish rooms and trying to give you guys a full picture of everything that you're going to see. But the health of the fish, the amount of fish breeding, the amount of fry, I think you guys get the picture.
So why do they call you the convict queen?
Because I think I've probably had about 75% of the convicts in my fish room and spawned them.
All the species and stuff?
All species. All the Amatitlania and Cryptoheros species.
Okay.